a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will boot it away to start the game. Coming out with it, it's Payne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. In the Wildcat, let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Love. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. Racing down the left side. He's at the... and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
That touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw. It's back. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play two.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Here come the Irish back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Takes the handoff. It's locked. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Making side adjustments here. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Motion from the back. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, past the marker. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Fresno State came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks inside Bulldog Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing.
Turning on the Jets. The 30. The 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Carr. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Pringle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a man. It's back. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Those tackles, those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack with a big nose tackle?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Start the drive at their own 10. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Carr. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. These guys got their nose bloodied in the Big 12 last year. They took it personally through the offseason and eager to atone this year.
And guys this year are just going to have to step up and make more plays as well. They've got some dudes who they feel are very, very talented but weren't always playing to their potential. Last year, David, it's got to start in Game 1 in conference play this season.
No doubt. You got to set the tone early, send a message early. We're not that team from a year ago. Like, that was a bad season. That was a down season. We're going to turn this around. Got to get that momentum created Game 1 if you want this season to be successful.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying play action. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Hurricanes! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
That makes the score Notre Dame 14, Miami 7.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to the ground game on the left. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Gets it out quickly. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
Yeah, and I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Got out of trouble and throws. This time he's got it. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll do it himself on the draw. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
When you're an offensive lineman, you have to self-pass on the draw play. You got to set real quick, make it look like a pass, and then boom, I'm leaving that guy. I'm hitting that running back right behind him. Now I can get to the 2nd level, and you can see when I do that, you make big gains like this, catch the defense off guard.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Love. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. QB draw.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds the tight end. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Might be changing the route. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. They'll try to get outside. Wide open. Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air. It's back. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense playing a bail technique. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Gonna take a shot. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. If they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll run this play from the pistol. He's looking to pass. Finds his man. It's Marion. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, a lot of space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. They go to the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Beck. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the Hurricanes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Start at their own 27-yard line. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's loose. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Carr. Got his man out of the backfield. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Love. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. To the air, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Offense lining up quickly.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. The give to the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
Great job by the defense that time, blowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
They'll try the left side. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they...
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's back. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 28, Miami 14.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Going up top again. The throw. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Irish. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bob. Finding an escape route. It's a seam wide open. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
After that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
And your Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take over. First and 10.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Love. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Going up top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking for a man. It's back. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The give as they work on that clock. It's a running room. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Looking to fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. It's live. At the 20, he's got space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And he's going to try to return this one. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
The offense will take over. First and 10.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Pringle. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a...
There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count him for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it, and he can go with it. The 50, the 40, at the 30. head. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 77-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Makes a connection. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking deep down the right side. He caught it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Using his legs, it's Pringle. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Canes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turning on the Jets. He's at the... And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And they did tack on the extra point. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.